Hi everyone. Horror Recapped here. Today I am going to explain a unique horror and thriller film called Sleepless Beauty. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The one-line plot of the movie is our protagonist was kidnapped by a strange gang, and forces her to stay awake, by torturing her mentally under surveillance. How she escaped from the place is the rest of the story. The movie starts with the Russian ambassador giving his talk regarding their culture and traditions to press people along with his wife. Meanwhile, someone shows the whole scenario in a live telecast on some dark website. At the end of the press meet, suddenly some stranger gunshot the Russian ambassador. Then the whole place got collapsed. Now on the website, many people are questioning their disappointment through chat. That Russian ambassador died or not? It seems it's a kind of weird show, which shows horrifying things to the viewers. The admin of the telecast promises the death of the Russian ambassador. But it's missed. Due to that, they will increase more protection for him. Now the admin promises to the viewers that he is going to die soon, by his wife. Also, the admin mentioned they're going to implement a new method in the upcoming days. After hearing this, a few viewers showed interest and a few are not. Now the weird website doing live streaming in the whole city by under surveillance. Now they are showing a particular woman. She is our protagonist Mila. She was monitored by the same gang for 24/7. Now the female lead is entering her floor. There a guy is trying to flirt with her. Somehow she manages the guy and went into her home. After that, in her home, she is listening to news of the Russian ambassador's gunshot. That, he is getting better, soon he will be taking charge. Also, the person behind the gunshot is still a mystery. While hearing this, suddenly a stranger entered and kidnapped her. Now they are showing on the screen a tag oversight, where the admin is logging inside the portal. They are doing live streaming with our protagonist. But she was unconscious in the live stream. Many people started logging to enjoy. This is the same portal that did live telecasted the Russian ambassador's gunshot. After an hour, Mila woke up from her unconsciousness and realizes that she was in a strange place. She is yelling and trying to escape. Meanwhile, in the comments section, a few viewers were disliking the video. But the majority of them loved and enjoy the streaming. Now admin is texting that they successfully started their plan. And simultaneously views too increasing in the website. Now the pity Mila started to explore the place. Suddenly she hears the artificial voice from the speaker. The voice welcomes her to the recreation room. Then it started to explain the rules and regulations. The first and important rule is sleep is strictly banned in the place. If she tries to fall asleep, she will get punished. Then the voice started reading the agenda. At 8 a.m. morning routine, 9 a.m. exercise, 11 a.m. activities, from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. it's free time, after 8 entertainment program, then 9 p.m. to morning 8 a.m. virtual reality impression. The voice ended after throwing the information. After hearing this, Mila got shocked and helpless. Suddenly, she hears a babe voice saying that how could she destroy the child in the womb, before it reaches out. Then Mila realizes that recently she did an abortion. That place is giving her mental pressure. Then she hears the baby screaming voice. She can't bear the voice, then she requested them to stop the voice. Then the baby voice gives her an option, that if you find me in this room, we will release you. After hearing that, she started to search for the child. In the comment section, many were motivating her. Suddenly, she catches the bucket where she hears a noise. She opens it. But she got shocked. Because that bucket contains blood and some skin mixed texture. Even though she manages to search and finally she finds a baby doll. She got shocked to see this. After that, a guy enters the room with shock equipment. She got terrified and tried to escape. Again in the chat box, everyone was enjoying the live streaming. The guy drags her and tied her in the chair. And started giving her a shock treatment. Then she fainted. Then the guy made her wear a virtual reality. The night routine is started. There she saw so disturbing images and videos. Mila was suffering from the virtual impression. Now in the chat box admin is types that they successfully crossed the first day. Now they are showing the title of the movie Sleepless Beauty. The next day the strange guy is taking our heroine to a new room which is made up of steel. The viewers were very excited to see them live. There again the voice is asking her to answer their questions. First, she is denying, then the voice forces her to answer. The first question, the voice told her to assume herself as a doctor. 5 patients with a lack of organs came to her for treatment. But her father is healthy with all the organs. Now, what will she do, whether she kill her father or else the patient? Even now our protagonist refuses to answer. Suddenly a guy started showering cold water to Mila. She can't be able to the barrier. even though she is not answering the question. In the chat box, viewers are commenting her to answer. At last, she said that our protagonist will kill her father and save her 5 patients. Then the voice congratulated her for an answer. After a few days, in the real world, our protagonist's parents filed a case about the missing daughter to cops. Then the parents started sharing details about Mila. They said her passion was to become a teacher. That's why she stayed alone. A cop promises them that they will find her daughter soon. Now back to the recreation room, our protagonist is wearing VR. Suddenly, the guy is placing the chair in front of her and dragging another girl. And making her sit in front of our heroine. In between them, the guy is holding Mike. Then the voice is welcoming the new girl. Also, it's mentioning that now it's an entertaining time for them. They both need to answer the question. The first question from the voice is what will happen if you close your eye. Both the girl was not answering. The guy tortured them to answer, even though they denying. After that, the voice itself answered. That dreams that are what you will get when you close your eyes. Now the second question, the famous women didn't sleep for many months and days. Who is that? Even now they both not answering. The voice is warning them that if they are denying to answer, they might have a chance to miss the reward. Now the final question is a riddle. Our protagonist knows the answer. Finally, in a frustrating way, she answered it as a bullet. Then suddenly, the voice is congratulating her for the right answer. Then, the guy shot the new girl in front of Mila. The blood splashed all over there. Then he dragged and throws her out and started to clean the place. After that, everyone in the portal showed their interest in an upcoming scene. During that time, the admin informed them that she had been kidnapped for 3 days. As a result, she is hallucinating. And the next round will be more dangerous. So hearing this, everyone in the portal is looking forward to the next round. After a moment, the guy appeared with the goggles. Our protagonist was terrified and requested him not to do. That guy, on the other hand, wears it to her. Actually, in virtual reality, she sees a terrible animation of a knife cutting her head and many violent scenes. So after all this, during the 4th day, they are showing our protagonist. She was tired and restless. And her hands were untied. Without her knowledge, she went to sleep. After a while, the masked person returned with a little locked box containing food. He also placed a bunch of keys on the box. Now the voice said that she only had 1 minute. During the time, she can do whatever. Our protagonist immediately took the keys and found the right one, and she opened the box which had the food. Then she eats the food quickly. She didn't have her food for the past 4 days. Now the voice returned and reminded her that the bunch of keys she used had this room's key as well. But she didn't open it. She did not even think about it. Instead of the main door, she chose food. Now Mila felt heartbroken and disappointed. Then she showed her anger to the voice. Now the masked guy grabs her and is attempting to tie her up. Our protagonist, on the other hand, hits him and snatches the keys and tries to unlock the door. She eventually opened the door as well. But the guy took her and gave her an electric shock. Again she fainted. Back to the comments section, people were enjoying today's game. Here, in Mila's home, police have dispatched their investigation to her location. As moreover, the police searched her social media accounts and placed CCTV in her home. And the police inquired about her in the neighborhood. There, a grandmother told a police officer that she is a good heart soul who has no affairs. And the flirty guy also told the same thing. On the 5th day, they are showing Mila. She is asleep, so she slept. Suddenly, the voice warned her that not to sleep. But our poor Mila didn't listen. As a result, she got a punishment. Now the masked guy appeared, carrying a coffin box. He took our protagonist and put her inside. And he threw 5 hungry rats in a hole of the box and closed it. Now the voice tells her that if she wants to live, she should eat rats, or else the rat will eat her. Since the girl and her struggle are not visible, the viewers got disappointment. So the admin shows the inside of the box, where our protagonist is covered by the blood. There she eats all the rats for her survival. After the day, they are showing the Russian ambassador in the court office. His wife needs a divorce from him. Because she got afraid, after the gunshot incident. She feels insecure. Then, the ambassador agreed to the divorce. After that, again back to the recreation room. The masked guy wore goggles to our heroine. She is begging him to not wear this. And also she begging him to kill her instead of this torture. But the cruel man does not listen. She was screaming and suffering. Meanwhile, in the outside world, her father and police are searching for her in the forest. After that, our protagonist was extremely weak. Suddenly, she hears a noise in the room. She checked it. It's from her toy. She smashed the toy. There she discovers the phone. Then she dialed 911 from her phone. And she talked and shared everything. They inquired about her name and place. But she had no idea where she is. Then suddenly, the phone got disconnected because of the low battery. She got irritated and crashed the phone. Everyone in the comments section was happy to watch her sufferings. Then, the admin said that they are going to show her something that would make her heartbroken. Then suddenly, the place turned red and smoky. There, she witnesses some horrible events. First, she sees a couple, and the girl cuts her own throat. Then our protagonist entered another room. There her neighbor's grandmother doing something with her baby doll. She seemed confused and exited the room. There she notices a neighboring boy eating human hands on his plate. She was terrified and left the place. Then she notices a pot. She opened it and discovers a human head is being cooked. After witnessing all this, she fainted. Then they transported our protagonist to their lab for research. A doctor arrived and injected her in her back head. As a result of that, she sees strange images from virtual reality, keeps running in her mind again and again. She becomes mentally unstable. Then again, she was taken back to her room. She was lying on the floor. When the masked guy arrived, he placed the bottle near her. He mixed some liquid with water in the bottle. She got up and drank that. Then the masked person grabbed her and forced her to sit in a chair. She is sitting tiredly with her head bowed. When she lifted her head, she noticed a guy seated opposite to her. There she notices a hammer in front of her. And she grabbed the hammer and smashed his face until he is out. The guy fainted, despite the fact, he was full of blood and dead. She now realized that the door had been opened. She took the hammer and walked away. After opening the main door, she looks outside. After so many days, finally, she is out. That location appeared to be an industrial area. She tries to escape, but our pity heroine is unable to walk. As a result, she fainted. Then a car arrives there. A twin lady carried her into the car. Now we see Mila, she was going insane from seeing strange things. Her brain is completely collapsed. Now the twin ladies from the kidnapper's place dropped Mila in her house. She went inside in a tired way. And she took a bath. Also, she keeps witnessing the horrific images. Suddenly she saw someone is trying to enter the room. So she took a knife and hide and wait for them. Meanwhile, here, our protagonist's father in a worrying way, in the mortuary, is looking for his daughter's body. At that moment, he received a message from our protagonist, stating that she is at home. However, she did not send that message. She was still scared in her home. Then, suddenly, she notices a strange shadow approaching her. So she stabbed it with a knife. Then she screamed violently. As a result, the neighbor contacted the police to report a noise coming from our protagonist's house. Now the scene cut is to the weird website. In the comments section, the admin has commented that the project was completed successfully. After a few days, in a hospital, she was examined by a doctor. The doctor showed her various pictures. But when she sees her father's image, she started to scream. In her home, the cops were discovering the footage from the CCTV camera. That she didn't snap the shadow, she murdered her father. Because she hadn't recognized his face. Then the doctor explained to her mother that she had been injected with some strange psychological experiments. That's how she lost face recognition, which is why she murdered her father. As a result, the doctor transports her to the lab to experiment on her. After that, in a mental hospital, our protagonist was hypnotized by a psychiatrist. There, she sees scared animated graphics whenever she sees a face. Her facial reorganization sense is completely gone. In that scene when she killed her father, she couldn't see his father's face. She saw the disturbing animation, which is what she saw from the goggle. Now the doctors are clueless because of her behavior. Now, they revealed the admin's main motive, they gave her mental depression. As a result, she killed her after, she did not even know that's her father. That's the concept of the recreation room. Now they knew, they can change any person into senseless killing machine. After a month, our protagonist is in a mental hospital. Now all the television channels mention that the Russian ambassador's wife had been kidnapped. After that, they are shown the same recreation room. There instead of our heroine, the Russian ambassador's wife is there. Now the admin is doing the live streaming. Also sharing that our trial is over and the real one is about to begin. The website was created by a strange and weird team called Recreation. The gang's main motto broadcasts the cruel show to psycho people, who used to love other sufferings and struggles. This team's main target is the high officials in the society, to ruining their life. They trial innocent people as experiment rats for their plan. Now they targeted the Russian ambassador. Next, it will be whoever. So if you are new to the channel, please subscribe for more movies. Don't forget to press the bell icon for a new update.